You are now listening to the Living Numbers and Tony Rambles. Tony Rambles. Tony Rambles. Rambles. And the Living Numbers Podcast.
This is the Living Numbers Podcast, and I am your host, Tony Rambles. We have reached 1 year. Thank you all. I could not have done it without your support. And so I've got something special for you all today. Yes, I do. Instead of, you know what, I'm not even going to tell you. But make sure, first, of course, housekeeping. Like, subscribe, download, share. Whether you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify, watching on YouTube, okay, Breaker, I'm everywhere. Okay, make sure you guys share, download, and subscribe with someone that you think will like it. Okay, of course, follow me at _Tony Rambles _ on Instagram. And you can email the show oneTonyRambles@gmail.com. Thank you all. Shout out. And I got a great episode for you all today. I won't spoil it, but I actually got this idea from another YouTube channel. And they do like questions and interviews and stuff. So just check it out. Enjoy. And thank you guys for another year. Good morning.
Tony Rambles.
In the flesh.
73 questions. Let's do it.
All right, come on in.
This is the Living Numbers Podcast abode. What room are we in right now?
This is the living room. I spend a lot of time here.
So this is one of your favorite rooms besides the studio?
Definitely.
Awesome. What do you do in this room here?
PlayStation 5. This is where my son is most of the time, and I work out in here.
What are we playing on the PlayStation 5 right now?
NBA 2K22, MLB The Show, NHL, and hopefully Elden Ring soon.
MLB The Show, that's a baseball game.
Yes, it is.
You like baseball?
I do like baseball.
How much baseball do you play?
I rarely play baseball. I'm coaching softball now. New adventure for me.
So coaching, how's that going for you?
Coaching is great. I've been coaching for a while. Coaching basketball is my first sport. If you listen to the podcast, y'all know I talk basketball all the time.
Yes. Basketball. Who inspired you to play basketball?
Who inspired me to play basketball? That's a good question. Really just playing out in the neighborhood. HD, Keith, just out in GA. So shout out to y'all.
Slightly tricky question because we know LeBron is king, right?
Yes.
Outside of LeBron, who is your top 5?
Playing right now?
Yes.
Steph Curry, Giannis, Embiid. You gotta go Jokic. And then for this season, I'm gonna say Ja.
Awesome. What's your special basketball move?
My special basketball move?
Yes. What kills them?
IQ. Knowing where to be and where to go at the right time.
Would you say that's an underrated basketball skill?
Yes, because it's harder to get. You just have to know basketball. You got to watch it, you got to play, and try to understand it. Not just from a scoring standpoint, but knowing the game.
Now, you're a new dad.
I am.
What's your son's name?
Carter Anthony Franklin.
Did you pick his name?
My wife and I, we picked his name.
Awesome. And what's Carter's favorite thing to do?
Drool on everything. He likes to try to stand up.
What's your favorite thing to do with Carter?
Try to help him stand up.
What's your least favorite dad thing to do?
Wake up in the middle of the night. There's 3 wake up times. It's like 10, 11, then there's like a 2, and then there's like a 4 or 5. So that 2 o'clock wake up, that one is hard.
What is your primary goal as a dad?
To teach my son about Jesus and have him walk in the ways of the light.
Are you the fun parent or the strict parent?
Both.
Would you say Carter already has a bit of your personality?
Yes, he's very loud like me.
What else makes you think Carter is like you?
He's very active. I think he's kind of strong, so maybe he's going to be athletic. So yeah, he gets that from his pops.
Will you be showing him your basketball moves soon?
Absolutely. Basketball moves, whatever other moves I have.
Got you. So you're a man that works out.
I do.
What is your 15-minute workout routine?
Push-ups and squats and some curls if I got the dumbbell out. So you just alternate supersets, no rest in between.
Now, do you do this in the morning or at night?
Right now, at night. But I've done it in the morning too.
Got you. What is your morning routine?
Wake up, restroom, so brush your teeth, wash your face, all that great stuff. Put the worship music on, make coffee, make my lunch, do my devotion with my wife, and then I'm out the door.
Worship music. Who are you listening to right now?
My favorite right now is Maverick City Worship. Elevation Worship is great, but I'm from Detroit, y'all know, so I got a rep for Fred Hammond.
Favorite Fred Hammond song?
Ooh, right now, Glory to Glory. The bass line is amazing. Old school.
Okay. Elevation and Maverick City. What puts them in your top right now?
The worship feels authentic. Like Maverick City, they have these songs that are super long. So you get all of the worship, all of the improv, all of that stuff. It reminds me of just being at church singing myself. And Elevation, they have a special place because when we got back from China, we went there for a trip. And then so their music kind of sticks with me.
Okay. While you were in China, what was your favorite thing to eat?
McDonald's.
Do you have a favorite memory in China?
My favorite memory is playing basketball with all of the people in the community. There's a community of expats. We just hooped on Sundays after everybody got off work. That's my favorite memory.
Now, you sing at church.
I do.
Do you have a special song that you lead at church?
I lead a bunch of songs. Most recently, My Worship, Phil Thompson.
Okay. And who's your pastor?
Pastor Carlos Jones II on episode 30 of the Living Numbers podcast. Go check it out. Like, subscribe, download. Y'all know what time it is.
Speaking of your podcast,
Yes.
what's your favorite episode?
My favorite episode is episode 1. It started everything.
Happy birthday to the Living Numbers podcast. What guest surprised you the most?
My wife, I would say, because she doesn't like to be on camera. She's a behind the camera kind of person. So I think when I hear those episodes, she surprised me because she kind of just stepped out there and did it for me. So, and people like those episodes, so I like them too.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you know your wife?
10,
How long have you been married?
8 years.
Okay. I see you're wearing a nice watch.
Yes.
What is your wife's favorite accessory?
Watches. Maybe earrings.
So there's another family member here in the room with you.
Yes.
Who is that?
Oh, that's my boy Woodson. So Woodson came over from China with me. Yeah, that's Woodson.
Thank you for having me in your kitchen, Tony Rambles.
Welcome.
What's your favorite snack?
Ice cream.
Top 3 ice creams, and go.
caramel cone, Haagen-Dazs, bluebell cookies and cream cone, and some Ben and Jerry's is gonna be my third one.
Now, in the past, you haven't been too fond of Bluebell.
That is correct.
Have they snuck into your heart?
I guess so.
Bananas or apples?
Bananas.
Why?
They're easier. You peel them, you eat them, you throw it away. No mess.
But 8-month-olds make things messy.
They do. And he eats bananas right here.
What's your favorite thing to feed him?
Milk is easier.
Is milk expensive?
Too expensive.
Oh my goodness. Sounds like Carter's a high maintenance man.
No, all babies are high maintenance.
Okay.
Hopefully he's low maintenance like his pops.
So you're low maintenance. Who's the most high maintenance in your family?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe my wife.
What makes your wife high maintenance?
She likes expensive stuff.
Oh my goodness. So, what's your favorite thing to cook for your wife?
Whatever she wants that I can cook. Oh, breakfast, yeah.
So she loves breakfast?
She does.
Pancakes or French toast?
French toast, easy.
Okay. Bacon or sausage?
Bacon.
Salmon or tilapia?
Salmon.
I heard you have an amazing salmon recipe.
That is very true.
Can you walk us through the steps of making Tony Rambles salmon?
Oven 375. You olive oil on the bottom of your pan. You put some nice little slits because salmon is a very dense fish. And then salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, maybe a little cayenne sometimes. And 25 minutes.
So do you like things spicy?
Yes, spicy but not hot.
Sweet or sour?
Man, both.
Both. Do you have a favorite candy that's not chocolate?
No.
So chocolate is supreme?
Chocolate always is going to be ranked number one.
Who has the best chocolate bar?
Nestle. Nestle Crunch.
Nestle Crunch. What's your favorite vegetable?
Broccoli.
What's the vegetable that sucks the most?
Ooh. Not squash. What is that called? Nobody likes them. They go in the freezer.
Mine is Brussels sprouts.
That's the one.
Totally sucks. Has anybody tried to convince you that their mama's Brussels sprouts are the best Brussels sprouts?
Yes, and they're wrong. Sorry, moms.
What's your favorite? Yeah, my mom makes this better than anybody else's mom.
Greens.
Greens. And which mom does that best?
Carmen. That mom.
That mom. You're from Detroit, right?
I am. West Side.
Texas summers or Detroit winters?
Texas summers, because I can stay in the house.
And so all of your family's in Detroit?
Most of them.
How many siblings do you have?
14.
That's a lot of siblings.
Yes, it is.
How long did it take your wife to remember all of your siblings?
I don't know if she remembers all of them right now.
That's funny. Who's the most entertaining sibling?
Devin.
Is Devin the funniest?
He is.
What's a classic Devin thing to do?
Tell him, Eddie! Tell him! It's from the Five Heartbeats.
Is that a favorite family reference?
Yes, it is, among others.
Your favorite family inside joke?
Any movie reference, like that one. Get out of here if I bust that camera. That's another one. And there's a ton of them.
Who's the quietest sibling?
Quietest is probably Prince.
Who's the sibling that eats the most?
That's probably going to be me or D-Lo.
What family member is likely to not participate in the group chat?
Darian. Oh, easily. The ghost. Shout out to Darian.
The ghost. That's a great family nickname. What is your favorite nickname that someone else has given you?
Jump Shot Tony.
Who gave you that nickname?
Pops. What's up, Papa J? Shout out to you.
Your favorite Papa J moment?
Dang, the one where he was fixing the garage. And he came in and he said, "Get y'all butts off this couch and help me." He was sweating, he was mad, and we were all just looking around like, what's wrong with you? So, yeah.
Who's the most determined sibling?
Asian.
What makes her the most determined?
She went out there. She went to college. She was the first one out of all of us to go to college, graduate. Then she got a master's, and she moved to Dallas with her fiance, now husband, and they just went and got it on their own.
It's a great love story.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out to you.
Your dad is a classic storyteller.
Yes, he is.
What's your favorite story to hear from him?
When his car caught on fire at Wendy's and he threw his Frosty on it.
What's gonna be your classic story?
Probably the story of how me and his mom got to China. It's not funny, but it's a cool story.
Give us the fast version.
I graduated college, didn't want to work at the bank anymore, went to a job fair, and then 6 months later, we ended up in China.
Awesome. Did you have some great times in China?
We did, yes.
What was your least favorite thing to do in China?
My least favorite thing to do was eat their food. Sorry.
What was the best food in China?
McDonald's, but there was this one Japanese place that was really good.
The least favorite thing to eat in China?
Their vegetables. They were kind of squishy. Not really the palate that we use over here in America.
Oh, okay. Now your wife.
Yes.
How'd you meet her?
We met in college in psychology class. I was like, "You fine, what's up?" And she gave me her number.
Was that your pickup line?
I don't think so. I think it was, "Hey, my name is Tony. I'm going to give you my number. I got to go to class."
What's something that your followers don't know about you?
That I love music. I don't know if they know that, but I'm really invested in it. I know you see the guitars, y'all have never heard me play them, but I really love music. I'm always looking for new stuff to listen to.
Will there ever be a guitar sample in the Living Numbers podcast?
Yes, one day.
Okay. What was the inspiration behind playing the guitar?
I like a lot of classic rock. So like the Eagles, AC/DC. So I just gravitate to that instrument the most. So I decided, let's go get one.
Who has influenced your musical style?
My dad. And actually a friend of mine named Trayson.
So this is the Living Numbers studio.
Yes, it is. Check it out.
Now, these are, would you say they're the best feature of the room?
Yes.
Can you tell me the story behind them?
So these two, this one and actually this one, I bought for my wife, for both of us, so we can learn how to play them. But yes, and then this one I got for my birthday, maybe 3 years ago now, I think. And then my friend James gave me this one. So yeah, I'm a guitar player.
Now, you're a Snarky Puppy fan.
I am. My favorite band.
What's your favorite album?
We We Like It Here started it all for me.
What's the best song on We Like It Here?
Lingus, that's the one. That's the most famous one too. Check it out.
Okay, okay. And besides Snarky Puppy, who's next? What's the next greatest musical act, according to Tony Rambles?
The One Ups is one of my favorite bands because they take video game music and they make them into like songs that you would listen to and go, I think I know that song from somewhere. And then you see it's from like Mega Man or Tetris or Street Fighter or something. You go, oh, okay, that was pretty clever. So music and video games, two of my loves.
At what age did video games become your love?
It's hard to say. Maybe grade school? Whenever the Super Nintendo was out. So Street Fighter 2, Connecticut. I did a lot of watching because as kids, you don't always get to play. You have to wait your turn. But then Sega, PlayStation, and I was off to the races.
Favorite childhood memory?
I got all A's and I think a C, and I got a Nintendo 64 for it. So I earned that.
Did you and your siblings fight over the Nintendo 64?
No, because it was mine. There's nothing to fight over.
Were you a good student?
Yes, still a good student.
What was your worst student moment?
The time I got sent to ISS and then I didn't get to finish playing football.
Is football a passion of yours?
No, not anymore.
What's your new passion?
Podcasting.
What's the story behind the Living Numbers podcast?
Well, I believe that my voice is my gift from God, so I just try to use it in whatever capacity I can. That's why I sing at church. I'm a teacher. I teach speech class, and I have a podcast.
What qualities do you look for in your students?
Just people who work hard, people who try. If you give me the effort, then I can help you do everything else.
Okay. And what is the first thing to learn about speech?
You have to be confident in what you're saying. So practice and preparation are key.
So are you a confident person?
Yes, I am.
How do you inspire others that aren't confident?
You help them to figure out what they're good at, no matter what realm it's in. Even if it's speaking, okay, what are you confident in? And then let's try to speak about that thing. And then we can start to find our confidence in other things.
When did you learn that you were a great speaker?
Wow, that's a great question. I think I learned that when I used to debate people in like sports, or mostly sports, but yeah, that's when.
Is there going to be a Tony Rambles sportscast in the future?
Possibly. Wouldn't be by myself though.
In terms of having a great co-host, what does that look like?
Smart, articulate, funny. If you got those three things, then I think you can be a good co-host. Then of course you got to have chemistry.
Of course. Who's your favorite podcaster?
Ryan Russillo.
What's great about Ryan Russillo?
I feel like he's authentic, doesn't take himself too seriously, and he's good at introducing new ideas. Very creative.
What is the best piece of advice someone has given you?
Don't worry about the haters. Just do you.
Do you have haters?
I don't think so.
Who's the funniest person you know? Who's the most low-key funny person you know?
Savon. Savon is pretty funny.
Shout out to Savon.
Shout out.
When would you say your faith was tested and you overcame?
When we first got married, my wife and I, and then we didn't have a car and I didn't have a job. So I just trusted God through the process. I knew He would bring us through to greener pastures.
Are the pastures green now?
Yes, very green.
Awesome. In terms of greener pastures, how do you help others to see that better times are on the way?
Just work hard. Tell them to work hard, encourage them, and just tell them that the bad times don't last forever. So continue to make good decisions, and good decisions usually turns out to a better life.
What's the best decision you've made lately?
To coach softball.
Is your passion in coaching?
Yes, definitely.
What makes coaching worthwhile?
The impact that you can make on the lives of others.
Who's had the greatest impact on you?
Pastor Carlos. He taught me how to follow Jesus. What's more important than that?
How long have you and Pastor Carlos been friends?
Since 2012, I think.
What's your favorite Pastor Carlos memory?
The time where my car got towed. We went to go see Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao.
Well, it's almost time for us to wrap up. Is there anything that you would like to leave us with? Some words of wisdom.
Find out what you're good at and go do that to the best of your ability and glorify God in the midst of it.
Well, Tony Rambles, it's been great hanging out with you. Thank you so much.
Like, share, subscribe, Living Numbers Podcast, and I'll see you on the next Ramble.
Bye.
Wow, 1 year. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Definitely have fun answering those questions. If you didn't know, my wife was the one asking the questions. And she had some laughs in there as well, which is always fun. 1 year in, and I look forward to many more great years and great guests coming on. So, of course, make sure you guys like, subscribe, download, share. I could not have done this without the support of my listeners. Make sure you guys follow me on IG at _Tony Rambles _. And you can email the show if you have ideas, if you have questions, OneTonyRambles@gmail.com. This is the Living Numbers Podcast. I will see you all in the next Ramble.